can you make videos that really resonate with people so that they remain captivated for the duration and love what you're talking about? Now, the first thing to consider is your actual audience. Who is it that you're making your story for? What do they want to hear, and what are their motivations, and how can you tap into that in order to best resonate with those people? What do they love doing, or what are their struggles, and what do they need help with? How do they feel about your subject, and can you tap into that depth of feeling that they have with it? And what have they seen before on this subject that you might be able to both get inspiration from and be able to add a new twist and a new angle to make your story that much more compelling? There's loads here. I need to take a look around. Oh, I've got to try out the phone box. Oh, what? Can't get in. When you're telling your story, you want to think about how you structure your story. You only need to think of a few stages for your structure, but you do need to have a loose plan to put it together with so it follows some kind of consistency when you're telling it. Now, sometimes that plan might come to you more when you actually start filming the thing or start doing the thing, but have something loose that you can base those things around, and that's going to help continue your direction as you go about and tell that story. This is my favourite stuff, these massive engines that you can look into all the separate parts on. Amazing engineering, love this stuff. Next up is your hook. You want to find how you're going to hook people in the first few seconds. A great hook often connects into a real life story that you've experienced that has parallels in the story that you want to tell. Make it compelling and make it something that people either relate to themselves or they want to find out the end of. Then you've got them hooked in for the rest of your story. They're closing. I got thrown out. I have to finish the rest of this out here, but that's all right. You get an amazing view out here, which is always good. When you go to tell your story, you want to create loads of energy and put it into your video. The actual medium of video sucks away loads of energy, and you kind of have to put it back by elevating your own energy levels. Get passionate about what you're talking about and let that come across in its full glory in your video. Don't sort of dumb it down or it'll come across even flatter in the actual thing. That also helps you with your authenticity as well. The more you tap into your passion about a topic and really deliver on it, the more you're going to feel authentic, and that makes you more relatable and ultimately makes the story more convincing. Part of telling your story is actually starting the storytelling, and it's not always clear how you're actually going to tell that story until you start. Remember, you can film more footage than you actually use, and you may well find that when you get to the editing floor, you only keep a small fraction of that. But by actually starting and getting it out on camera, you'll start to really hone in on what it is you want to say and what's important, and then you have a good amount of material on the editing floor to really start culling that down and focus on exactly what it is that's going to resonate with people. What is it that you want people to get out of the story by the time they've finished watching it, and how do you want them to feel? And at the same time, what is it that you want to get out of it, and what is it that you want to communicate? Then it's something you can focus on and you can be concise about when you actually go to create that story. Be concise and pack it through with value and relatable things that people are going to want to watch and resonate with.